What if you could live the perfect life of your dreams? Would you take the chance, even if it meant risking your grip on reality? Today, we're talking about a mind-bending science fiction story that explores dreams, identity, and the question of what happens when fantasy becomes impossible to separate from reality. Quick summary. The Dreamscape Promise is the first book in a sci-fi anthology by Rupp. The story follows an actor named Darren who feels like something is missing in his life. Looking for more fulfillment, he decides to try a new controversial technology. It allows people to enter a coma-induced dream world where they can live out the life they've always wanted. At first, everything seems perfect. Darren finds himself with a perfect life, a loving family, a stable job, and everything he could have imagined. But as time passes, cracks start to appear. Reality starts to blur, and Darren struggles to determine what's real life and what's the dream life. The result is a fascinating, mind-bending story that keeps you wondering what's real and what's not. The characters. The main character, Darren, is someone who has always lived by his own rules. As an actor, he's known for ignoring direction and doing what he thinks is best, rather than following the wishes of the director. He's confident, stubborn, and skeptical of Dreamscape's technology from the very beginning. What makes Darren interesting is that despite of his success, he still wants more out of life. Once he enters into the dream world, he gets everything he thought he wanted. But instead of finding happiness, he starts to question everything around him. As the story progresses, Darren is forced to confront difficult questions about himself, his choices, and what truly matters in life. Writing style and themes. Rupp uses a descriptive and narrative writing style in this story. It makes the futuristic technology easy to understand without overwhelming the reader. The explanations are detailed enough to make the concept believable while keeping the story moving forward. The themes that stand out in this book are love, self-discovery, survival, resilience, and acceptance. They all play a role in Darren's journey throughout the story. What didn't work for me? Honestly, there wasn't much that didn't work for me in this story. I enjoyed the concept and the execution of it. However, I can see how some readers might find some of the story confusing at parts. The narrative intentionally blurs the line between the real world and the dream world, making you question what's real and what's not. But personally, I really enjoyed that. I like how this story made you really think about what was going on and kept you guessing. Favorite moments. My favorite moments of this story are probably when the lines of reality and the dream are blurred. It really makes you wonder what is going on. Like when you're reading through the story, you're involved and you're seeing what's happening, but then all of a sudden something happens and then you realize, oh wait, I thought that was the real world, or oh wait, I thought that was a dream. But you really can't tell, but you can, if that makes sense. But by the end of the story, it leaves you questioning everything, like from the beginning to the end. And it leaves it open so that once you're done, you're really not sure about what was a dream and what was the real world. If you love coffee but hate the crash, this might be your new morning ritual. This is Rise Mushroom Coffee, a superfood blend of functional mushrooms and instant coffee. Here's the difference. It has less than half the caffeine as regular medium roast, so you still get the energy without the jitters or the crash. It supports gut health, immunity, stamina, focus, and mood. Honestly, it just makes your body feel good. When I eat or when I work out, Rise always gives me the focus and the steady energy I need without the crash. That's why it's part of my daily routine. In the morning, I mix a scoop of mushroom coffee, mushroom creamer, a little bit of honey, and some almond or coconut milk. And if I want it cold, I just use that same mixture and pour it over ice. If you want to try it for yourself, use my promo code DanielHowardEats15. That's DanielHowardEats15. You'll get 15% off anything from Rise. Smooth energy, better focus, no crash. That's how I start my day. Final verdict. I'm giving this story an 8 out of 10. It kept my attention from the beginning to the end. It kept me turning the page. It kept me wondering what was going on and what would happen. I enjoyed trying to figure out what was real and what wasn't. If you're a sci-fi fan, if you like psychological stories, then you definitely would want to try to read this book, or at least this story of the book. I really enjoyed it. And I will be continuing on with the other stories in this book. It has 5 of them, and this is only story number 1. Have you read this story, or are you planning on reading it? What would you rate it? Let me know in the comments. And if you've read any mind-bending sci-fi stories or books, let me know. I would love some recommendations. Also, make sure you subscribe to my channel and like this video to see more. Thanks for watching.